Cookie Swirl? See? Chocolatey chippy cookies. Woo! Okay, so today we are going to be painting a mermaid. So we have some super cool dolls here. Looks like an ocean party's kind of going on. So I've got my custom littlest pet shop and of course the little flounder with this party hat. And we've got a little tiny Ariel. She's kind of like one of those magic clip style dolls. And we've got a Barbie mermaid here. So this one I actually painted like last year, and so I thought, you know what? I'm actually gonna show those cookie fans how to paint their own super cool little mini mermaid Barbie. Because I know you guys are really enjoying my Trap Mermaid series. Woo! So we are gonna paint some more mermaids that are going to be in the series. So here is one right here. She originally started out like this doll right here, and you can find these little mini mermaids at like Walmart or Toys R Us. So she was exactly the same, so we're gonna be customizing her. She's kind of gonna be Ariel inspired. So I'm going to show you guys how to paint the hair and then paint her tail so it kind of has like this ombre effect, how it kind of like changes colors. Do you see from this Barbie right here, you can actually see how the colors change. I just think that's like so super cool that Barbie does that with the tail. So yay, I thought it would be fun, so that's why I painted it on this doll right here. So you can see it goes from the blue to the green. So this girl right here, we're going to have to do something really pretty, kind of green inspired. Maybe we'll add some yellow in. So are you ready to customize our own little mini mermaid? Here we go, cookies. Okay, so here I have our mermaid doll. I took her out of the package. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is remove her tiara. So it's gonna take a little bit of some kind of pulling and pulling and pulling, but carefully do not rip it from her head, but carefully remove it and save this little crown piece. We do not wanna lose this. So now our mermaid has this little tiny hole on the top of her hair, and that's okay. So now to mix up her hair color, she's gonna be kind of inspired by Ariel, but not exactly Ariel. She's got this really beautiful, super strawberry red color hair. Our mermaid is gonna be a redhead, but maybe it's gonna have a little bit more brown in it. So I've got this tomato red color, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of some brown to kind of mix up the perfect color. Now we have to be really careful with our mermaid because we have to paint the back of her hair under here. We don't want to leave that blonde, so we have to carefully paint behind her. So we are actually going to paint this in stages. So we are going to start painting the inside of her hair here. So I'm only going to paint this side of her hair, and then when this dries, then I'm going to turn her head the other way, and then we'll paint the inside of that one. And then we can paint the outside here. Your beautiful, beautiful hair. Da-da-da. Okay, perfect. So here we have most of the back of her hair. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. And then, of course, we've got half of her hair underneath covered. We're going to let her dry, and then we will continue painting the rest of her. Okay, so now our mermaid's hair is dry, so we can kind of move her this way now, and I'm going to paint on the inside of her hair here. Definitely take your time. No need to rush. And I'm also going to paint on a second coat on her actual hair in the back. And then her hair should be done. All right, she's been drying in push-up position, and it looks like her hair is perfectly dry. So now we're gonna add on a second coat of paint because it looks like it didn't cover completely all of her hair in here. All right, our mermaid's hair looks so beautiful, so she's ready now to have her tail painted. We are gonna do like a color change fade from yellow all the way down to like green for her fins. So I've got a green and a yellow acrylic paint here. So I'm going to dip my yellow paint, and I'm gonna lift our mermaid's arms up, and I am just basically going to now paint the top of her here, exactly where she is supposed to be yellow, yellow, yellow. And I'm only gonna paint her halfway, so I'm only gonna go to about here. Painting this mermaid all over. And be very, very careful of her hair. So we'll just move her hair out of the way, so that way we don't accidentally paint her hair. Okay, so the yellow is still drying, so we want to be very careful not to touch the yellow. So I'm gonna hold the mermaid at her hair, and we are gonna paint also the green part of her tail. Very, very tip. And we're gonna paint to about here, all the way around, and then we will let our mermaid dry. All right, time for us to put on a second coat of paint. It did not completely cover all of her tail, so you can see a little bit of the color that it was underneath. So we'll just keep on painting. La 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 la. Keep on painting the mermaid's tail. All right, Cookie fans, so now we are going to actually start blending in the tail here and creating like our ombre effect, just like this beautiful mermaid tail right here, how the colors just kind of blend in. So in my paint tray, I'm gonna take a little bit of some yellow and just a little bit of some green. Take my yellow and I'm going to dip it in a little bit of some green here like that and kind of blend these colors together. Oh, so now we've created a really like light green color and a little bit of some yellow there. Perfect. Now I'm gonna take my mermaid and I'm just going to paint in between here, just like that. And I know it looks super duper funky and that's okay. We want it to look just this way. So now we've got like 3 colors going on. We got the yellow, we've got our new mixed green and yellow together, and we've got our green tail. So we'll let this dry and then I'll put another coat on of the exact same green here, right in the middle. Now, while our beautiful mermaid's tail is drying in between here, we can actually paint her bikini top. So I'm gonna go with purple, just like Ariel, but this is a really nice, super light purple. I think it's so pretty. And I'm going to very carefully paint on our purple. And I'm only gonna paint the front. I'm not gonna paint the back of her top just yet, because we'll have to move her hair back for that. So I'm going to now keep on blending and just kind of making this color more intense. So this is kind of putting like a second coat on it now here. Perfect. Okay, and so now that I've got 3 colors on the mermaid tail, now I'm going to take my paintbrush. I'm gonna take a completely clean paintbrush. I'm gonna dip it in a little bit more of some yellow paint. I'm gonna mix a little bit of some of that green that we used for the middle, and I'm going to just put it right here on the middle of the tail. So now it's gonna create like this blending effect going on, and this is while the paint is still wet. So this middle green is still wet, and so now you can see that it's kind of now doing like this color fading. So I'm going to dip this paintbrush again in my yellow, and I'm just going to keep on going up her tail here. And of course now I'm adding more and more yellow in, so it's really just gonna fade this tail color together. Blending the tail color together. So now it is looking really good from this fading from the green to the yellow. Now we still have to work on the dark green and fading the light green into the dark green. So I'm gonna clean my brush off with some water. So I'm basically now kind of gonna do the same thing. I'm going to take my clean paintbrush here. I'm gonna dip it in my green paint. I'm gonna dip it in my mixed really light green color and just kind of get some on my brush here like that. And now I am just going to go right into the middle here and just start blending it in. Blending it in. Now that I've got my darker green kind of on this color here, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow, and I'm going to blend it in now with this green here in the middle. So it's just about adding in colors and just blending. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna blend the dark green into the lighter green even more. So I'm taking some of our light green here, dipping it into my dark green, just blend, adding more dark green as I go. And I'm just kind of blending these colors together. And so as you look at it, you can look and see kind of if it needs more green versus if it needs more light green. And then you can just kind of work the color in to the tail, and then it just kind of blends together. See how it's just so pretty and blended now? You can even add a little bit more yellow here. So you just look at the colors and see like it might be a little bit too much of some light green here. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in some yellow paint and just kind of blend it like that. See? And it just kind of, everything just kind of fades into each other, and it just looks like this really beautiful ombre effect, how it just kind of blends. So just kind of use your eye into what color you kind of need to add, and it should just have like a natural gradient look. So we can still fade this tail a little bit better. And I'm kind of taking my brush every time I dip it, and I kind of like paint like this a little bit, so the brush colors kind of blend together a little bit. So I'm gonna go like that. It needs a little bit more green. I'll add more green, and we'll paint. Still needs more green, and you gotta make sure you go all the way around the tail. And it is looking so amazing. Do you see how simple it is to just kind of mix those colors in and just kind of add them, and you get the most beautiful mermaid tail color? Yay! So I'm gonna go ahead and let her dry, and then we'll be back to check on her. So let's finish the rest of our beautiful little mermaid's top. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn her hair like that. So now you can see that we have halfway painted her top. So let's go ahead and finish painting it. Flipping your fans, you don't get too far. Okay, now we'll turn her hair this way, and we'll paint this side. Make sure we get all of her painted. Okay, while our little mermaid is in push-up position as she is drying, we are going to work on now her teeny itty bitty little crown. And we're gonna want to make sure we do both sides of the tiara. So this will be one coat. We'll turn it around and we'll paint the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and let this tiara dry, and then I'll paint this side where you can see where I was holding it just now. I'll give it another coat of paint on, and then we'll attach it to the mermaid. So our mermaid is all dry, and we've got our little crown done now. So now we're just going to attach it onto our mermaid's head. Just going to want to use a little bit of some white school glue. Give it a little boop, and now I'm just going to push the tiara back onto our mermaid. And any excess glue, I'll just easily wipe away here. So our mermaid is almost ready. So now we actually are going to seal on the paint to kind of protect it. We are going to use our matte varnish right here. This is this Duraclear, and this will seal the paint so it can last forever and ever and ever. Give this a good shake. Put a little bit on my paintbrush, and now I'm just going to paint and paint and paint and paint all of this Duraclear on, and just make sure you get all of the areas, even underneath her tail, and that way you know that her paint will be saved forever. And this stuff is super cool because it kind of makes the colors pop a little bit and makes it look even more vibrant. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this all over our mermaid tail. Get her bikini top even behind it. Get underneath her hair and all over the back of her hair too. And then we'll let her dry, and she should be ready and perfect to play with. So here we are under the sea. Let's take a look at our new mermaid. Here she comes, she's swimming on it. Woohoo! Yeah! Awesome! Okay, this is our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful handmade custom mermaid. Okay, custom painted. So check out her beautiful, beautiful tail. How it goes completely ombre from a light color all the way to a dark color, from our yellow to our green. And of course, she's totally inspired by Ariel, the little mermaid. Whoa, looks like Ariel's swimming underwater. Wait a minute, where's her mermaid tail? Okay, so I guess this is Ariel the human here. Ariel looks just like the mermaid that she is inspired by, except for I changed the hair color just a little bit. So it's a little bit of a darker, beautiful red. Ariel normally has a beautiful, beautiful shell bikini top that is purple. Oh, looks like Ariel's going up to the surface. Okay, she'll be back down. We decided to give this mermaid a really super cool color changing look where it goes completely into the green. So she looks so cool. So yeah, there are our two custom mermaids right here. They turned out absolutely beautiful. I hope you Cookie fans enjoyed this video. And if you would like to see more customization videos, don't forget to subscribe, become a Cookie fan, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you guys in my next video. Whoop, here comes Ariel again. There she is. Hi, Ariel. You're with the mermaids. Oh, she's under the water. She can't sing. You're under the sea, under the sea. Whoop, she's going up for air again. Oh. Okay, Ariel totally has to get her tail back so she can swim down here and hang out with the mermaids under the sea. Bye, Cookie fans. See you in my next video. Woo! Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Oh, hi Cookie fans. How well were you paying attention to the video? Do you remember what color was Flounder's party hat? Put your answer below in the comment section. Bye Cookie fans. Part of your world.